Hey everybody, this is Steven. I could call myself the KC Game. And we're back to Doki Doki Plus. Something unexpected, I don't know what the big deal is exactly. But on the other hand, we did some little bit of side stories while hanging out with Natsuki for a little bit from the main stories. And something tells me like they're probably still not done yet. Because at the end, I think it's so amazing between Monika and Yuri. They're like writing letters together to like give it to Natsuki or something, like to cheer it up or something. But it's strange that like she didn't done yet. So maybe I had to wait until like maybe the next side story comes. So yeah. But interesting enough about those meal things, that it's come from like the same person from the last part. But it gave me some kind of like a interesting joke. This is like create a Twitter account from Monika. Like what the heck was that supposed to mean exactly? But next it's actually says like 404. Because that's the number from one of those eternal files that was in the files. Which, that's kind of really strange for sure. Like, how the heck does something work exactly? And also, I looked them up about those weird things, how to access those files exactly. Apparently, just like same thing when I found one of the 240 internet one, or I think it's like 221. Yeah, because I got the one from like, it had to be on a certain time. So, I get the feeling it must be did the same thing from the other files as well that I just found recently from some other videos exactly. But they did give me some kind of hints at like certain times, but I don't know how they're able to find that from those certain times exactly. But the fact is, it can't be either. It's like any number that might depend on exactly the same. It doesn't matter if it's like in the morning or the afternoon, evening, whenever one is exactly. It just, as long as you get like the exact time exactly. I did like when I finished recording, I tried to look them up, and something happened. Like, I had to do a look at really quick. Sadly, I couldn't even like get like a screenshot or something. But I found something really interesting about like those weird things. But I don't think I'm not gonna spoil it for a bit. But because there's no point to this, I don't think it's nothing that relevant or something. So yeah, but that's crazy not how the stuff works exactly. But anyways, we're just going back to the main story like usual, and we're gonna continue on to do the same thing like always, like try and get like a true ending, while I'm able to get access to the side stories. So you will not know when will come. So let's just head back to the main game. So it will be not that long. So okay, strange enough, the time. It's just the time that you're right along. What just. I don't know what the big deal is, because it's not the right time we were referring to. It just like skipped to something. I think I did save the one time. It's still like the same time as always. But the problem is, it's like when I go back, the times are different. It's just it's almost like a 5-hour gap fast or something. I don't know what the big deal is. So, anyways, we're still gonna need the right poem from Natsuki. So we need to find something that is cute. So. I don't know, saying like holidays. I forgot about that. Ribbon. Not to get like ribbons. Color. So yeah, I like that color as well. Well, not to get like anime, because you read manga. Rose. So yeah, I like rose. I don't know, like red rose or something. Games. Not to get like games. Cute. Candy. Not to get like candy. Dazzle? Is it something like sparkle? No, so I like that part. Party? So I like party? Jeez, I know you're doing it right. Chocolate, strawberry. You like something that involves with like flavors. Lollipop? Sugar? Okay, that's again like sugar. And rainbow. So you like rainbow as well? Doki Doki. I should put parfait as well. That time in study? I think that it. Skirt. I never realized what a skirt, so fluffy? Okay, that's how it is with the cute things. Anyways, I hope I got it like right. Yeah, I got like the part of Natsuki, so Let's hope I don't miss the part then. Okay. Hopefully this is the right one. And Natsuki stays silent, waiting for me for your chance to hang out. It's not before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise about reading the manga. I pulled the first volume of Parfait Girls out from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. I mean, she did say, like, if it's torn apart or something break, I will kill you. Natsuki is so really vicious, is she? I mean, she really, like, so really cling on to those manga very much. Like, it's not very precious. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just want to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you gotta tell me everything you thought, right? What did this volume lead off again? I forgot. Really? I mean, don't you be a genius person or you always like read a lot of stuff and like you should remember? The chapter ends with Minori and Alice found Monika! Natsuki voice resonating out from inside the closet. Huh? Appearance site. All Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Of course, but she can't reach it because she's short. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in the closet. At least the teacher didn't look up. I was like, what's all this? I was like, it's a manga collection? Like, the mangas is not supposed to be allowed here in my class. Or something like that. And then I said they're still allowed to it? I don't know. So I had to move some stuff around and clean it up a little bit. It's all still there. I just had to organize it a bit. The top shelf's far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach a manga. Because she's too short, but there's no way she can reach it. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki, there's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. Why is it says like collapsible stool? It almost feels like it's about to break something. Seriously, who bring the breakable stool in the first place in the closet? If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolded. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, just because you're the only shortest person, so what do you expect from what I said? I knew it! Well, you know what? Just watch me! Natsuki hops onto the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Still, you should bring something like a brand new one or something like really stable. Huh? Careful! I know what I'm doing! Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books. But Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Natsuki used her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Gah! The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on the foot. At least she didn't like fall off or something. She holds the box triumphantly. There! Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez, no need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it! I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forced her way past me out of the closet. Let's see... The classroom chair has a desk attached, so they're too convenient to fit into the closet. How big is this? But... Why? What do you mean the desk was attached to the chair? Chair doesn't even attach to it, is it not? I mean, in high school we do have one of the chairs attached to the desk and everything. But I don't think in here, when I see the pictures, like, it didn't attach to anything. It's just like, playing like a table, something. A desk table, what do you want to call this? But it doesn't make any sense. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheels back over to the classroom. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls. Are you sure that would be okay, Natsuki? Like, if you're trying to like lift up to it, which, I mean, I have like a stool chair, so like, sometimes it might be a wobbly thing, so let's hope not if I stand like that. But I already learned my lesson, so I keep it my shut. Ush! Natsuki climbed onto the chair, slowly balanced onto her feet. Since she refused my help, I took a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. And there goes the CGI cutscenes again. Aha! Here we go! See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs the stacks of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Which is below exactly? I don't know what you're referring to. What? The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. Yeah! I can almost see up her skirt! Oh, that's very pervious. That's not gonna happen. It's not fan service, so don't let that get the bottle onto you. I forced myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. I mean, it's her now, it's her fault, but what do you expect is gonna happen? Once you realize, I'll be dead. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait girl's box set, easily the largest one to the show. Heavy? Hey, Steven? I don't think I can bend down without falling. How do you take this one? But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something. But she'll lose her balance if she moves. Yeah, don't even move. If you do, you're about to lose your manga or lose yourself. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You tried to look at my... Okay, don't, Natsuki, don't you dare wobble. Just don't. Natsuki, like, shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the books. Just give me the box. You perv! You set me up! Go away! You said you wouldn't help me in the first place, and now you want me to go away? Get out! But I'll do it myself! So Sunny scribbles beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! Yeah! The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topple out of the hands, and the books go flying. I gotcha! Ouch, that's gonna hurt. Which, that's really strange enough, how trying to catch Natsuki while she holding the box collection of the mangas. The full force of Natsuki's body against me, throwing me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki trying to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her sense. Get! She pressed her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Not into my face or something. Natsuki seemed to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross! Gross! The fist pounced into her chest. Natsuki then hoisted herself to her feet. What were you thinking? You sicko! But you're the one who fell off. Everything okay over there? I heard a lot of noise. Monika suddenly peers in. Monika! See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your clan members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent clan members is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't! Somehow, it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monika. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monika says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no! My... Eh? I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scoured all over. And I think they messed up like the volumes or something. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she desperately trying to smooth out. Oh, this is bad. It must have landed on that page. Natsuki trying to bit more to fix the crease. A crease or something? But she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut. Then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lower her head. Natsuki, are you... No! Natsuki's voice squeals. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crest out, okay? It's practically my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No! I don't even care that much. I'm just... having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just... every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Power Girls. Just what you needed, right? We'll set this one aside. This helped cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it. We can start it on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lips quivers. You're really nice to me. Eh? That sounds really strange, coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. I mean, she used to be mean, but she still had, like, something what's in her mind. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I can do. The next couple minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in the correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then, I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'll make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time, and then open the second volume. Natsuki mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. At least she is cheering up or something. Yeah, I don't think how that's possible, so some of those chairs and desks not even touched together. It doesn't make any sense. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monika gets her attention as usual. It's time to share poems again. Guess! No, that's not it. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep! Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know. Nostalgia. Yeah. I returned to my seat and slipped the book into my bag. Yeah, maybe next time. So let's see what happens if I show Natsuki first then. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I say it. Yeah, this wasn't supposed to be. This supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to press you, not the other way around. You're trying to press me? Obviously! You think I let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you, Natsuki's face freeze. She just realized something. What? Did she just remember or something? You're trying to impress me? Now you just realized just now? Natsuki raucously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then, the poem slips out of her hands and flies to the floor. Is she shocked? I have to use the bathroom! Red face, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Really? You just walk out just like that? You shot me! Hey, Steven? Did you do something, Natsuki? No, not really. All I did is share it, and then next thing you know, just like runs off. I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No! I just told her that. My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Why? Is she going to be like trying to kill Natsuki then? Monika sees the poem lying on the floor and simply picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Steven? Cheating? What are you talking about? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monika's joke at all. It's not like I'm trying to hit on girls or something. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and sets the poem out of Monika's hand. I can't that fast. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course! I like it. Ugh! You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. Eh? But Steven wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Steven's done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why you look at me like that? Like what? Ugh! Never mind! Natsuki, I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayori. Yeah, she wanted to see it herself. She hasn't got to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Steven's right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it, though. Well, if she reads it, she might be feeling a bit bad, so... Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Your only copy? Amy like Spider, same thing like always. Yeah, so same thing. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I was hoping you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course! It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter! I can be about anything! I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Anyone has that kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Suddenly you're afraid if people find out. They'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone like, as long as they're not hurting anyone, and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least, I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What that's supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? Alright, I will. But, okay, I can still share with Monika, which really strange is like she came here out of nowhere, so I show Sayori. Bitch, she's not relevant. Hi again, Steven. It was kind of silly with Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way to put it. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you could go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Well, that went turn out fast for you, Monika, because you just came in. You already read my poem in the first place, because Natsuki dropped it. So, and the last one will be Yuri. I know that she's not gonna like it, but this is because reading this poem. I don't know why you got mad at me, because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meaning, when I disrespect her, I disrespect you too, didn't I? Okay, that's really different. Is it really different? Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading it to this a little too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think about it before I spoke, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. If I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So, please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monika wants, but it's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please, it makes it easy for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles slightly, puts her head down on the desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her. As if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thought. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that as she is. If she wants to let me out alone, there are no choice but to bid to that request. It's the same thing like always when we're poems from Sayori, so now it's gonna talk about Natsuki, which I wanted to see never sooner, so I wonder what happened if I put Natsuki there then. Walking out with Natsuki, huh? What is the thought of that might make my heart pound? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turn her down. Is she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admit it! Jeez, there's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of it, right? Yeah, that's all there, so nothing that relevant. Well, they're just say like, I walk home with Natsuki, so let's see if something might be changes if we have a side story or not. And we do have one, and we got another picture here. Which one is it? Up here. And write second poems, which is strange thing about these pictures. No secrets or anything. So what next one? It's gonna be involving Natsuki and Yuri, right? Yep. Self-love. And judging by what the background is, because it came for the stairs, right? Are we really that close? This might be our last part, right? It said to get all 6 side stories, right? So, oh god, that's... And viewing the special scene in DDLC. Oh, okay. So special scene, you mean like CGI cutscenes referred to. Like hanging out with the girls, so... Anyway, this must be the last of the side stories. I'm not sure there might be more to it or so, but we'll just get straight to it. I wonder if Yuri is going to be handed over. It's only been one day since Yuri letters was delivered to Natsuki with Monika's help. Yeah, I hope Natsuki can read Yuri's letters or something. Something interesting. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting today. She and Natsuki hadn't faced each other since. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she needs to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. Because the passing by the students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most scheduled spot she could find to spend her lunch. In the classroom. Because this staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason for coming here. What? The staircase? And this wasn't under maintenance? Is this really the one thing you could want to hang out with, as Yuri? It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of the frantic school day. Unexpected out of nowhere, there's Natsuki.
What are you doing here?
I just... Yuri grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumb.
Well,
what are you doing here?
I just came to get a drink from the vending machine.
Well, because the staircase was close to the vending machine, so that's quite an expecting fancy meeting here.
Yeah, it was a drink I like.
Yuri noticed Natsuki fidgeting with a few coins between her fingers. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki, also looking away, shuffles over to the vending machine. It's so quiet that everyone of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. And they can't talk to each other ever since, does it? After far too long, she finally received her beverage, which she then fidgets with it placed in the coin. It's some kind of iced tea. More like iced tea, but what one is it? Because I don't know. I like one that's oolong tea. I like green tea as well, because this is one thing I like. But instead of living the right way, Natsuki just stands in place. She glances all around her.
It's way too quiet back here. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant, really. I mean, it's totally cool that it's your thing or whatever. I can see how it suits you, so... Not because I think you're creepy or something. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like a good idea.
It's okay. Everything is okay. Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammering herself into dejection. Seemingly respond, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Are you sure that'll be okay?
Well, I can leave if you want.
Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap off her drink and takes a sip. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. The two just sit there for a long time. When Yuri's gonna give him a letter or something, unless Monika doing it, the attention seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, this seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what they might be. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle.
Are you coming today? To the club?
Yuri nods.
I'm sorry for being so awkward. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't. For some reason, I don't know why. But I want to. Eventually.
There's no rush. I promise.
Thanks.
Are you sure you're gonna be there? It's the next day. Next day? Really? The time that fast? Natsuki appears from around the corner and steps up to the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does so. Today, she seems to be holding some kind of book as well.
Oh, you're here again.
Of course, we're back. Goofy music. I thought that sad things happen.
Well, I just came here to read this because there aren't any people around here.
Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was.
Well, I don't. But there's no people here.
I see. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. After yesterday's lunch and the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other again. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, so you continue to detour around it. But it's okay that I'm here.
Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. Especially since, like, they'll just assume I stopped reading manga after I joined the club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them exactly. But I just want to come up again now after I wait so long for this new volume to come out. Literally months at this point.
You don't have other friends who are into manga?
None of those online friends count.
Wow. It seems to be one of her friends not like manga, does it?
It's Yuri, but that's different cause she's not exactly into it. She just like it. You know what I mean? Honestly, you're lucky that books you're into at least just look like books. So you don't have to feel like everyone is constantly judging you by what you're reading.
That would be so awful. Especially since I already hate intention so much.
Well, it's good thing I have this skin, I guess. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you hadn't already. If you're like me and have no one to share your hobbies with.
Oh, I have online friends.
Really, Yuri? You do have online friends, Yuri?
What is up with those girls? Since middle school, actually. I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face.
Oh, whatever. We were just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank God I used Podosium.
Podosium? What does that mean?
But I like it at the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. So I don't think I would change anything.
I wonder if a few years from now, we think the same thing about our current selves.
Probably.
I didn't mean to press the right click here still. That doesn't make you comfortable?
No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me. Especially someone who doesn't even exist now. Yet. Alright, here.
Natsuki raised her hand to her face and forcibly slaps her in the cheek.
That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now.
She's actually slapped that Yuri's face.
Also, ow. I didn't mean to do it that hard.
Yuri doesn't seem to react.
Really?
Oh my god. It's actually gonna get used to it. But then, to Natsuki's surprise, Yuri shyly looks the other way before lifting her arm, doing the same thing to herself, lightly smacking her cheek. She turns red and stands into her lap, but is unable to hide a smile, as though it was a really funny joke.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you.
I don't. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You say you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about all this nonsense. I'll let you get to your reading.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then.
It's so weird to just wait for a few seconds to just keep on going. The conversation ends quickly, and Natsuki opens her book. The two wait silently for the reminder of the lunch hour. But the whole time, Yuri feels distracted by the twist of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of the conversation. You're back. Is it the next day again?
Yeah, I need to lay low. Again.
Another day has passed. Are we gonna do this all day? Go in the staircase? Do this all the time during lunchtime? During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairwell once more.
Hey, did you buy that?
Natsuki quickly noticed a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she normally sits. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact.
What? Like for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up?
Well, I would have drank it myself, I guess. It was stupid to do.
No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought... Never mind. What I meant to say is... Thank you. And that's a really nice gesture.
I keep clicking it all up again. Always keep clicking right click all the time. It's okay if you don't feel that way.
I do! It was the other things that I didn't mean. I swear. Please believe me.
You're positive and nods. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. So, I believe you. Natsuki exhales in relief. She then sits down next to Yuri and takes the drink. No Yuri, she was probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's tepid response filled her with self-doubt.
I'll do something nice for you next time.
Please, don't feel obligated.
I want to! I want to do nice things today, too.
Okay. Thank you.
You can take me after I figure out how to do something nice.
I'll do it then, too. Natsuki sighs.
Nothing. It just reminds me how I hadn't been getting along with my friends lately.
Is that why you've been coming here?
Well, no, not exactly. I hadn't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. They're just hunts that I'd rather be doing during lunch lately. I like being around them when we're all just having fun, but I also just can't take anything seriously. So when I'm, I don't know, feeling serious, then their attitudes just really get on my nerves. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club.
How come?
I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good with that, just putting up with it. Because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just having a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not gonna demand for everyone around me to change.
But...
Yeah, I know. Monika and Sayori really don't agree with that kind of thing. But they're not in my position. So it's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I would just be making an embarrassment of myself. Sorry, now there's anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it.
It's okay. I like listening.
What? Listening to other people's problems?
Yes.
That's weird. Sorry.
I just like learning about people. Can't even say that. Learning about people. Do you think it's weird?
No! That's not weird. I'm probably just misunderstood, so... I don't know. Does that mean I should keep going?
If you like.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about right now. I'll talk about now.
What are some things that you like about your friends?
A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekend. And they really like my baking. It's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot. And we have a lot of good memories and inside jokes.
Oh. I'm bad at a lot of those things.
So?
Aren't those all things that are important to you?
Well, kind of. But they're not things I need to get out of everybody. Everyone in the club is really different from that. But I'm still friends with them too.
Well, Sayori really likes your baking. She makes you laugh. And she complains a lot.
That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends.
Well, unlike them, She's a nice person who cares about your feelings.
Excuse me?
Oh god, this comes the argument between those two again. It's happening like that tool all over again.
How about you don't talk that way about my friends and you don't know anything about it?
Natsuki stands up.
No, wait! I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't want to say something bad. Please don't leave.
Natsuki sighs and shakes her head.
It's fine. As long as you understand that you can't just judge people like that.
I'm sorry.
Natsuki takes back down.
You can't just compare friends like that and like measure who's been bad and who everyone's different.
I'm sorry. I just don't like people who want to hurt you.
A moment of silence stretches between them. And it goes night down.
They don't want to hurt me. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun.
I don't like that.
Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not.
You like it?
Just don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it.
I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts.
Sadly, Yuri can't because she doesn't like being social to anyone.
Like how Monika can. She's good at these things.
Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monika and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong, and they're all like, what's wrong? Is everything okay? I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself if I want to talk about things. The only one who understands that is you. So you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think.
Oh, you don't need to reassure me or say anything.
I mean that. Plus, it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener.
Thank you. You're also nice.
Oh, I'd like to win the sign for like a second.
It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. So weird because I always thought of myself as someone who can just say whatever is on my mind. But I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself.
Yuri nods and remains silent. Natsuki notices her fidgeting with a page of a book.
How come you like reading so much?
Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that makes me feel uncomfortable and frustrated. Especially when it comes to following social convictions and group interactions. I just don't really understand it, and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways that I never felt with real people. So, in that way, it can sometimes feel more real than real life.
Really? It's not hard for you to be around people? Like, all the time?
Fairly often. Especially in group settings. When people are making all kinds of conversation, and saying jokes, and all of that. I don't know what to do. And I just disengage.
Oh. That doesn't get lonely?
I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too, of course.
Do you ever wish that you could be friends with the characters in your book?
All the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache.
That's what your feeling is, exactly.
Yeah. Me too.
Really? A lot.
Like,
More than anything.
After Natsuki's mother is dead, silence fills the stairway once more. But it's mutual silence, one full of understanding. Jeez, just for one day. The next day after that, next thing, all just a four staircase between those two conversation. I wonder what happens next. When the Yuri is gonna show the Natsuki the letter. Who knows, but we'll see what comes next. Of course, same place like always, so it's gonna still between Natsuki and Yuri then.
Hey. Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today.
Yeah, well,
Not story more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today, she won a large plastic container in both hands. Plastic containers?
I ran to my friends, so I hung out with them for a while.
Is that so?
Yeah, I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expect that. Plus, I weigh more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share with them too.
As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of a container. Let me guess, full of cupcakes?
You make cupcakes?
Yep, because Natsuki likes baking.
You know it! It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want.
Yuri takes the cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown with dark green frosting, immaculately shaped into a floral pattern, topped with some kind of glittery powder. That's a different kind of cupcakes, is it?
How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Are they for the club?
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it. I just made them.
I just thought that because green is Monika's favorite color, right?
Well, yeah, but that's not really.
I mean, don't Monika's favorite colors green is actually have the same colors as her eyes? Yuri takes a small bite.
This is green tea flavor. I love green tea.
Of course, you like green tea as well.
Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I want to try, so...
You don't do that on purpose, are you?
Don't laugh at me!
I'm not. I just felt happy.
Oh, sorry. Usually when... Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. And this is something I happen to be good at. I do know that you'll like them. From past experience.
Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcake for her to stammer an excuse, so she just settled for a disapproving look.
How did you get into baking?
Oh, well...
I don't know. It's kinda just always appealed to me. Didn't you say something like the reason why you're interested in cupcakes is because of the manga? I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like, baking is like art. But when you get in the good at it, it gets more delicious too.
I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would just be eaten afterwards.
Yeah, maybe you're too practical for it.
I think I prefer to be on the receiving end.
That's my other favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy. Like, unconditionally. Everyone's always so thankful, and in the moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know, it just makes me feel.
Valued?
Yeah, I guess that.
So you were able to make up with your friends today?
There wasn't really anything to make up with about them. We weren't fighting or anything.
You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood.
It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool. And that's just unnecessary drama. You don't want to make things worse.
So, they're not going to stop?
I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way they are. I'm the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now when I don't feel like hanging out with them.
Oh, I see. The cup is empty for your wrapper. Oddly, crinkles as Yuri clenches a fist. This is different, right? I'm glad that the situation is resolved, and that you don't have to avoid them anymore.
Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your long time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up.
Yeah.
I know that. That cupcake are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me. But it's the best I can do. So you have the rest of them. So you can have the rest of them.
Natsuki grabs the box, slide it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box.
You're not seriously gonna give away to all the boxes of cupcakes, are you?
Then she shakes her head and slides it back. You should save them for your other friends.
But I made them for you.
Natsuki's voice whines as she protests. I know. I liked it very much. Exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you.
No! They were for making you happy!
You make me happy. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you and be your friend.
Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. Oh no. It happened again, is it?
She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing to her arms.
Natsuki! I'm such a bad person!
Yuri stammers, feeling panic. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes.
You didn't. I just...
Natsuki tried to choke back her sobs, but struggled to speak through them.
Oh my god, I don't want to see Natsuki crying already. I don't want to see enough.
I just really hate myself sometimes. I feel so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it.
I'm sorry.
No, I am. I'm so difficult. And I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I hate myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person. Like to be nice and do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried the club, Sayori and Monika would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it.
Wait, did she mention about letters?
You know, I think a lot of those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinizing everything I said, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience, and that's why I want to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. Natsuki sniffles. He rustles through her bag and pulls out some tissue. The hands them to Natsuki.
Which I didn't expect how you got tissue. Where it came from.
Monika told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desires to prove yourself. That makes you a good person. So don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people will like, so...
Like what?
Like how you're fun for people to be around. And you're not shy. And And you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things. And you know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about other people. And just a lot of things.
Oh. Well, now you're making me feel a little really embarrassed.
Well, you're the one who'd ask. And don't you think I feel embarrassed?
Natsuki trying to hide a smile. Then she sighed as it fades again.
Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time. But then I keep coming back for some reason.
Is that bad?
Just really confused. I mean, my friends and I go way back. So ditching them all the time feels like I don't know.
Feel like what?
Natsuki's voice gets quiet.
Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do.
She paused. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles, while she thinks to herself.
What would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you?
Happy for what?
Happy that your new club is making you happy.
Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical.
Natsuki said that, but with a little coincidence in her voice.
I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy. And I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what makes me feel so confused. Because I'm doing other things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt.
That must make it really difficult to feel uncomfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are.
It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I fed up with it. I fed up with a lot of things.
Natsuki presses her palms into her forehead and shakes her head.
I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much better, easier to be comfortable and happy than to do something so scary.
To do what?
You know, to end it.
With them?
Natsuki nods.
I didn't think you were actively considering that as opinion.
I wasn't! Until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been certain ways for so long that you just get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it. So much that it feels like that's just how your life feels. Throwing it away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. It makes you feel sick to think about it.
Natsuki sighs.
It just really scared. It's terrifying.
What are you scared of?
I don't know. A lot of things. Like being alone, not having anyone to talk to or hang out with, not being able to replace what I have with them. And I don't want them to hate me. And I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them.
Physically?
Not physically, but...
Yuri clenches her fist.
Natsuki,
What?
if anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash heck upon them.
Oh, that's the one thing for a swear word. Natsuki snorts in laughter.
Don't laugh at me! Sorry, I like that. That's all.
Oh, well, I meant it.
I know you did.
Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look.
I needed it.
As Kashi laps, Natsuki again slides a box of cupcakes over to Yuri.
Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore.
I didn't mean to do that.
Are you sure?
Natsuki nods.
I'm sure.
I will then. I will join them. Natsuki looks away, but feeling a warmth spreads through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it will give her courage.
What happened the next day? Like same day in the usual? Like always.
Ah, you're here first today. And you brought reading material.
Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding the volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well, and opens her book.
It sucks when a good series has to come an end. Like it's such a big part of your life, and then one day there's just nothing left. Makes you feel so empty.
Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series.
That sucks. I guess it's something got related.
But there's also something satisfying about letting the story conclude. I don't know if I want it to go on forever.
Maybe. But there are some things that I wish could.
On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome?
Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing I read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way.
Well, that's the nature of all things that come to an end.
The two fall silent. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. Does she ever eat?
You don't go out during the weekends, right?
Excuse me?
Like with friends, at the mall or downtown, whatever.
I'm not that total shut-in, you know.
Oh, my bad for making an assumption.
Well, I go out less often than other people, like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and barely spend time like that. I usually meet with my board game group.
Board game group?
This is not what weird geeks to do, some kind of like a fancy role-playing, is it?
It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff.
Yeah, that figures.
What do you ask anyway?
I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious.
Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking.
Don't look at me like that.
Sorry.
Natsuki pulls her knee into her chest and puts her head down. I don't know. It's getting worse, is it?
I can't take this.
Did I do something?
Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done.
I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier, telling them.
Oh, did you just tell her we're not friends anymore? Oh. This is like for real, is it?
And then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of their response. And now it feels like I'll die inside.
Oh. That's... I'm sorry.
Totally unsure of what to do, Yuri could barely find any words to support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above the whisper.
Help me. I feel sick. I want to hit my head against things. Please help. I can't take this.
You may be having a panic attack.
With the realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes.
I have experience with this, so I'll help you do it, okay?
Natsuki meekly nods through her rapid breath, head still buried in her knees. Yuri slides herself over to Natsuki and sits on a step behind her. Then, she puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulders.
Can you feel my hands?
Natsuki nods. Her shaking becomes much more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle.
You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place, where nothing can hurt you.
Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck.
We'll do the breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me.
Yeah, I'd better not do something to breathe heavily.
Let's breathe in now.
Yuri takes a deep and slow down. Beneath her hands, she feels Natsuki's shoulder rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out.
That's good. Let's keep going.
Yuri breathes in once more, and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. How can you able to monitor it? Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight into Yuri's palms.
Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight of my hand on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space.
Minutes pass in silence. We're not gonna see that image again? By now, the worst of it has passed. But Yuri is determined not to move away until Natsuki pumps her too. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off her knee, and her breathing has mostly steadily. Then, she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arm.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is.
You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you.
Is that going to keep happening?
It may, or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent in the future, but I think it'll naturally get better over time.
Natsuki monitors to sit back down. Motions to sit back down again. No, monitor. So Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her own book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover.
I don't think I could have gone through that alone.
You're not alone.
Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. Are you gonna show her the letter now yet?
From now on, you don't have to do anything alone.
As she said that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts. But something about Natsuki, of all people, makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain for herself. Natsuki does such a good job at hiding it that it's taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. And because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the loves of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Ooh, that's an interesting image. But, man, look at Natsuki's how feeling sad it is. I mean, usually they start hating each other, but now this is totally amazing.
Do you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do.
How so?
Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you gave me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places.
I see.
But you already said, so you can't take it back now.
Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then.
I know a good ice cream place.
Oh? That means you finally figured out my favorite ice cream flavor?
Green tea.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't remember? The first day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor. But for me, you say you have no idea.
Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh wait, yes I do. I said it was probably green tea.
That's because you like green tea always. Yuri shakes her head.
It's a good guess. But my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together.
Really? You like chocolate as well, Yuri?
Chocolate and raspberry? A fancy.
How is that fancy?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should guess something like that.
Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry.
Hey! Strawberry is my favorite!
What a coincidence.
You did it on purpose, are you?
I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have this sick feeling in my stomach. But it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing.
Is there anything better that I could be doing?
Not that I know of. There's nothing that I will make this easy for me.
It was really weird. It like changes the face expression and everything.
And you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talk about the letter you wrote. But I feel like we're way past that at this point. And I don't even know what to talk about. He said that I think it's helped me understand my needs a little bit better.
You really know about the letter, is it? Is it? You didn't talk about the letter you wrote. I guess Monika must have did it then.
The way I like to be treated, and the kinds of friends that I want to have. That's why I wanted to come in here in the first place. Even though I was so scared of causing more problems.
I didn't mean to click it again.
I thought it was coincident that you ran into me here initially.
Oh, well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I may have tracked you down first. What the hell was Yuri?
Of course.
That's... but you said...
I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to whatever, you know what I'm saying.
Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage. Even if it was in your own way. I could tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone will be proud of you for it.
Anyone? You mean, like you?
Yes. Like me.
Oh no, she's blushing.
You know, I could get used to it. As long as you
don't tease me too much.
Fine. Just a little then.
It's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now. But I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings.
Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured.
That's a nice touch between those two. The two girls continue their conversation through the remainder of lunch. A new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater certainty in the path forward. In just a few hours, there'll be another club meeting, where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, has something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Okay, break it away for water. Yuri thinks to herself, since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lineup. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together. At the end, say together. Oh my god, that's so very touching moment, is it? Oh man, that's so very amazing, does it? Let's see in this new picture we have. Here it is. Self-love. So there are only 2 pictures left. I'm only curious what's happened for the last 2 then. It came from the true ending or something. I mean, there's the only image we got so far, even the main story. I'm more curious what happened to the others. So, I guess that's all of them, right? Oh! Equals. Oh, this is like a new chapter, is it? maybe this might be like the ending of the side stories, and maybe I'll save it for later, and something might be comes up. But I think we're out of time for some reason. So, anyways, I would say between Natsuki and Yuri, I thought for sure something like they always hate each other's, but in the end, it's so very sad. It's so very hard touched to each other. So it's like, I mean, you usually hate each other back then, but now they just start like each other more often. But it just makes me feel sad. But at least it worked things out. But I'm a little curious of what the letter is exactly. I want to see what's the Yuri wrote that letter exactly. You know, not sure what it is exactly, but anyways, I will come back for tomorrow. I want to check out the last side story. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like the last chapter for the side stories. So there's no telling how long it lasts exactly. So man, it's so amazing. All the side stories is like based on all the 4 girls talking about each other, something like really relate or something like need to talk about. It's just like hard to express your feelings or something what's in your mind that it's really trying to get to you, something like that. But it's just hard to like try to help things out or something like cannot fix any problems or anything. So I get how it relates. So anyways, that's pretty much it for Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. If you like this video, hit that like button too. Light them up. Yeah, watch the videos or check out if you subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Laters!